Hello my precious jewels, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's Julie, and if you like makeup tutorials, makeup hauls, makeup reviews, first impressions, and all things beauty, then you've come to the right channel. In today's video, I'm going to be filming a full face of Juvia's Place in honor of Black History Month. It is a woman-owned, Black-owned business. They have wonderful products for women of color, and I showcase them a couple of times a year. Like, I love their eyeshadows, I love their powders now. I love a lot of their products. So today's video, I actually have some oldies that I love and some new makeup from Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place has a lot of new makeup, guys. I was surprised when I went in the store. They have new makeup brushes, which I didn't buy. I don't know if you guys know that Juvia's Place has shadow sticks. This is new. They're not even on their website. When I was shopping in Ulta the other day, I was like, oh my God, they have shadow sticks. I have never purchased any shadow sticks because I just didn't like the concept of them. But one of you guys had asked me to do a look with some shadow sticks, and I have some that I think I got from Elf for free or whatever, but I never tried it. So anyway, Juvia's Place has new makeup, and we're gonna do a full face of Juvia's Place today. So anyway, they have shadow sticks, which I got 4 shades. I got shade Morocco, Egypt, Jezebel, and Sheba. So we're gonna try these on today and see how it goes. They retail for $12 if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it's like 12 shades. I was like, oh my God, they didn't have all of the shades, but I did get what I thought would look nice that they had. But I want to say it's either 12 or 16 shades, and I should have filmed it, but I didn't. I originally went in there to get these new blushes. These are the Juvia's Place blushed cream blushes. I have the shade Wild Rose. I have the shade Punch Me, Very Berry, and Pink Passion. The reason why I selected these shades because they actually have 8 shades. I was trying not to duplicate colors that I have already, and I don't even know if I'm gonna like these. I'm not really a cream blush person like that, but I purchased them because I figured some of you guys will want to see how they work on our oily textured skin if you have skin like mine. And then one more thing that I saw that I was surprised, they have new lip liners, guys. I know a lot of you guys probably remember I purchased some of their lip liners during Christmas time, and they were on sale. They were like $2.99. It never dawned on me that they were like coming out with a new product or whatever, so I got 3 of them because they didn't have many shades. I want to say it might be like 12 shades, but they only had these 3 that I was interested in because I think it was like maybe 5 that they had. So I got the shade Center of Attention, which is this pink shade. They have Signature, which is like a really soft pink. And they have Mocktail. They have Mocktail. So I got 3 of the shades. I'm going to try them. They didn't have a darker brown that I would normally like for my lip line. We're going to try these and see. They're supposed to be long wearing. The other ones were more of a creamy, mechanical kind of pencil where you can turn it and it sharpens itself. These you have to sharpen. So hopefully this is something that you guys are interested in seeing, and you will stay tuned for the video. I have so many Juvia's Place products. I have their wonderful powders that they just came out with. I love these new loose powders from Juvia's Place. Hopefully guys, this is something that you're interested in seeing. You will stay tuned for the video. If you love full faces of makeup, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you've been to this channel before and you have not subscribed, I would love it if you subscribe. I cannot wait to hear you guys' thoughts on these products in the comment section, so please make sure you guys leave me a comment down below. I love chatting with you guys, and I'm gonna get started. My face is already moisturized. I'm gonna be using this I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation today. I'm gonna put a little bit of primer on. Being that it's Black History Month, I want to try to stick with products from Black-owned brands. I don't have a primer from Juvia's Place. I'm gonna use this from Danessa Myricks, which is their Blurring Balm powder, and I usually like to put it in my cheek area, around my nose. I'm not going to put it on my forehead. I'll put it around my mouth. This is very long lasting and it keeps the makeup on. So this is what we are doing. I'm excited to try these products. Let's hope they work out. You guys know I normally start with eyes, so today is not going to be any different. I've never used any cream blush sticks. I'm going to show you guys the 4 shades that I got. I'm going to swatch them on my hand. It's weird because I looked on their website and they don't have them on there yet. I'm surprised. Well, I didn't find them on it and I looked on it today. So it's typical Juvia's Place packaging. I guess this is their eye color packaging because this is their old eye sculpt, eye shade brow pen. So I have it in 2 shades. We're going to try to use it today. I wasn't a particular fan of it, but we will give it a try today. This is the shade Sheba. It's a pretty pink shade. I'm not gonna review it today because, oh wow, it looks pink, but it's actually not. It's like a pearlescent kind of color. When you look at it, I don't know if you can see that it actually has some shimmer to it. So we're gonna try it and see. That's the color Sheba. My voice is a little hoarse. I went outside right before this. My allergies are acting up. It's getting warm outside. It's like 60 degrees today or 65 degrees. This is the shade Moroccan. It's like a brown. They're very creamy. Now, I don't know if they're long wearing. I don't know if they crease or don't crease. I'm hoping that they crease resistant. I'm gonna read what the package says. Crease proof, sweat proof, long wear, matte finish, and intense color payoff. We're gonna see if they live up to any of those claims. I hope they do. This one is the shade Egypt, same packaging. This is like a beige shade, like a nice, oh, that's pretty. Very neutral, nice lid color. And then we have Jezebel. That's the shade Jezebel. Let me swatch it. So we have 2 browns, a shimmer, and a nude. So let's see how it works. We're gonna use this one called, those are the 4 shades. I'm gonna use this one all over the lid. I have my regular base on that I would normally use. I usually use a concealer from e.l.f. because it dries down. So that's what we're gonna use today. We're not gonna change up because we wanna see how it works. Now if this doesn't do well on my lid, I have so many Juvia's Place palettes. We'll just pick one and go from there. So let's see. I don't know. I guess you would take this and do it over the lid like that. It is very creamy. It's like a reddish brown color. We're gonna take this brush right here. This is the Sigma E35 tapered blending brush. And let's just see if I needed to put a powder shade on under it. I hope not, because to me, like, that defeats the purpose if I have to put powder on with it. It's blending out really nicely, guys. Well, let's see if it dries down. It's definitely blending out nice. I love the way it feels. So we're gonna blend it the way we want it, and we're gonna see if it dries down so we can blend it out a little bit more so I can get rid of this crease up here. That shade is very pretty. So good. That's like a nice everyday color. I'm gonna do the other eye so we can give this eye a chance to dry down. Now I'm assuming that creams would be better for more crepey eyelids, you know, eyelids that are not that smooth. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the real purpose of them are, but I'm super excited to be trying them because I didn't see them anywhere on social media at all. I'm telling you, it was a surprise when I went in the store. I think the shade is nice, and I can't wait to see what the other shades look like. I mean, like, they really blend out nicely. Is this? Okay, so it is drying down. It's not completely dry yet, so we're gonna give it a chance to dry before we add something else. That's what I would think. This is new to me because I've never used stick shadows before. I think one time I was gonna buy some from Fenty. I was like, no, and I didn't get it. Well, I'm gonna try this darker shade in the crease because I don't know if it's better to let it dry down or if it's better to just work on it before it completely sets. Let's see. I think that's good. Now to me, I feel like it needs a little bit more. I think I need a little bit more. Like, it's not dark enough. That's like a gray. I don't know if that looks kind of gray to me. It's definitely a cool tone shade. And the other one is more warm. I'm gonna put some on this eye and the look must go on. Very creamy. Very creamy, guys. I can't tell if there's like a big difference in the shades. Like, if you can see the definition, but it's blended out nicely. Now, because I have some new products, I will be giving you guys my thoughts just on the new products, because the rest of these I have already reviewed on the channel, but these new products I have not. So I want to give you my first impressions of these products. I feel like it needs a little more time to dry down. And we're just going to try the pink shimmer. Actually, we might as well try the light color, right? In the inner corner, and then put the pink on it. This way that should give stuff a chance to dry. The texture is really, really nice. Like, it feels nice and smooth. It's not super creamy, it's just creamy enough, if that makes sense. I'm gonna let that dry down a minute. They're nicely pigmented. I just don't know how I feel about it yet. I have to see. They feel pretty dried down, guys. Let's see if they blend out once you let them set. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. Let me tap this out before it dries too much. I hope my face doesn't look puffy, guys. I just had a salad. To me, I think it looks pretty good. So far, so good. I think I want a little bit more of the lighter shade on this eye. I think it works better when you just pat it in. This one is Egypt. You pat it in and you don't move it around as much, if that makes sense. So like, dab it where you want it and then let it sit. Cause I just want some dimension here. Yeah, I like that. Very good, very good. I think that's pretty good, guys. It looks nice. We're gonna see how this holds up. By the time our look is completed, we're gonna see how this holds up. All right, I'm gonna try to use one of these as a liner. I didn't have a lot of luck with it, but we're gonna see. This one is brown. This was in the shade chocolate. So let's see. Let's see how it works. See, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about the Juvia's Place pen and saying how this one, see, it does have product in there, it just doesn't want to really come out like that. You can see it a little bit, but it's not really, it's like very choppy, like clumpy. Yeah, that's too much work. It's weird because it comes out if you do it like this, but it's just not, I don't know. This is a lot of trouble. I'm gonna take this coffee shop palette and I'm gonna try to do a liner with it. So let's see if we can fix our liner. I'm using this shade right here. I'm just trying to stamp it on. I figured I could do some brown liner instead of a black liner like always. I want to change it up a little bit. It's hard to hold this. It's hard to hold this mirror. So far, I am liking that. I'm just gonna clean it up with a Q-tip. Okay, I'm gonna use one of these pointed Q-tips. It's my first time using it. I want to just see. So that's a good way to clean up your lines when you don't have them even. It's funny because Juvia's Place never came out with a mascara. I guess eventually they will. So that's our mascara. I'm gonna put the lashes on in a minute. Let's get to the skin. So I have, oh, I didn't put the pink shadow on. Yeah, let's try this pink shade. I don't know if I should. This one is kind of dry. This pink one, that's the shimmer. It's kind of dry. So it looks like it's kind of picking up a little bit of the product that's under it. Let me check. Yeah, this is totally dried down, which is a wonderful look. And nothing's coming off. Try it here. And this one is the shade Shiva. That's what it looks like. So let's get a brush. At least it rolls back down, so that's good. That one I'm not really too fond of. The shimmer formula. Maybe I'm not applying it correctly. But so far, so good. I also have this right here, which is the Juvia's Place Radiance Booster. I have shade number 2. This came out maybe, was it over the summer? I'm gonna say yeah. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the back of my hand and a little bit of the foundation and mix it. I wanna have like a nice luminous look to the skin. So yeah, I don't think this was meant to be a foundation. This was meant to be sort of like the e.l.f. and the Charlotte Tilbury, just to give glow to the skin. I'm gonna tell you, I think this has a name, so I got that much. I guess it might be able to be a foundation, but it's a little light. And the way the shades were, it didn't look foundation-esque. This is a complexion booster, illuminating finish, smooths and blurs the skin. And this one, shade 2. I guess it doesn't have a name. And it's made in Italy, which is wonderful. The I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation, I have it in shade 200, which is Kenya. So we're gonna try this. And I wanna say, I know I reviewed this. I will link it so you guys can see that review. Okay, I guess this has a pump. So what am I doing? Yep, it's a pump. That goes to show how long it's been since I touched this. Okay, I'm gonna put... Okay, so the shades are very similar. This one is a little bit darker, which is wonderful. I didn't want it to be that light shade, and it looks like, let's see, it still looks like it's a little bit light. I'm loving this new BK Beauty brush for foundation. This is the 116. So we're gonna tap this in. This has a nice smell to it. It's kind of fruity floral. I remember liking it. I think I liked it. I don't know why I didn't pick it up again though. Like you know, what happens is I was trying a lot of foundations and a lot of different makeup. And I have so many foundations that I bought last year that I have not tried yet. So we're gonna definitely be trying those on the channel before I buy any other foundation, unless I have to. Unless something comes out and I just have to get it. See how that blends in nicely and it covers up my hyperpigmentation that was under there? We're gonna see what kind of luminosity we get with this skin. I think that shade was perfect. So I always love Juvia's Place blushes. Like I love the powder blushes. I love the liquid blushes. I really, really do. Now the skin looks good. It doesn't look super radiant. And I think I remember that about this foundation. Like, it wasn't radiant to the point where, you know, it was glowy. I think it just had life to it. I think that's what they meant by radiant. I think that that's what a lot of these brands mean by radiant, that it's just not a flat look. It just gives like a little bit of life, which I love. Now, I would like for Juvia's Place to come out with a new concealer. Their concealer was good, but so that's what the shade looks like on the back of my hand. A little bit red, but I think it looks good. Yeah, the concealer was nice, but I would like a more serum-y formula from them. Now, I do have 2 shades. Sometimes I can find them, sometimes I can't. This is shade 10 and shade 14. So we're gonna put 10 down first. But so far, I think the skin looks pretty nice. It's not super smooth. It's not as smooth as it could be, but I think once we put our powder, we should be good. It is kind of thin now that I feel it. It's not as thick as some other formulas. I don't even know why I didn't put the blushes on first. So I'm gonna show you the 4 shades that I got. I'm not gonna swatch all of them. I gotta see if I like the formula of whatever one we decide to wear, but I will show you all of the shades. So I'm gonna open it and show you the shades, but I think that I'm gonna go with this color right here because I don't have a lot of deep blushes like this. This one is called Very Berry, but I'm gonna show you the other 3 shades while this concealer sits down a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't open them already, but I got them last night. I ran out while I was doing yard work. This has a 12-month shelf life. It's made in China. It says our lightweight multi-use cream blush delivers an effortless radiance, adding a soft yet vibrant pop of color to the cheeks with this smooth blendable formula. This blush glides seamlessly onto the skin, creating a soft focused finish that melts beautifully for a naturally flushed look. This one is Punch Me. That is so pretty, guys. That might be, maybe that's the one we need to use. Let's see. Do you guys remember the other day in the video when I hit my finger and I was like, oh, my nail is still there? It popped right off. Right after that, it popped right off. I didn't put it back on because I want to redo them. By the time I get this packaging open, I won't be able to return any of them because oh, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. I love the Juvia's Place packaging. They stay consistent with their theme, but they're creative, and I love it. I love that these blushes look just like the other blushes. This one is called Pink Passion. So pretty. I keep smelling them like I could smell right now. My nose is stopped up. That one might be a little bit too cool tone for me. We're gonna see. And then the one that I want to use, which is this one. I like that they have the seal at the top and the bottom, so you can tell they're not tampered with. Because you know, sometimes in the drugstore, even in the high-end store, if the packages are out there, people do tamper with them. Instead of using, oh, that's gorgeous. I like that. Okay, so let me just blend out this concealer because it's definitely drying down. So good. I just like to get that line and kind of blend it in around the edges so it don't look like it's just sitting on the face. And let's try these under eyes. And my wing is going. We're gonna try Very Berry. It's such a pretty shade. You know, the reds are in right now. Oh, okay. That is nicely pigmented. It is beautiful. Nothing like that Huda Beauty blush that I can't see on my face. This is so good. I love it. And I actually should have put the cream bronzer on first, but that's okay. We'll add that. I just really wanted to see what this blush was going to look like. It is so pretty. That is so pretty. Now it does make it look like I see texture on my cheeks. We're gonna see. We're gonna see after we put the powder down. But right now, I feel like, I guess it kind of looks smooth, but I kind of see a little texture. We're going to see. Let me put some of this cream bronzer on. This is the blush and the cream bronzer. They're both the same size, which is wonderful. I love this bronzer. This is the Cocoa shade. So I have amber too, but amber really doesn't show up on me like that. So I really should have put this on first, but that's okay. We'll go over it again. I think the shade is gorgeous. It gives just enough definition, this bronzer. So good. It says it's 12-month shelf life, and I probably had this. I had it since it first came out, so that was more, if I'm not mistaken, more than 12 months ago. What is happening? I'm just gonna go over this with this brush to get a little bit of that concealer back up here. I'm gonna put number 10, just a little bit of 10 under my eyes. It's so funny because this actually looks, did I use the wrong one? I think I did. I think I used 10 already. 14 was the one I was supposed to use. This is a little bit brighter. Guys, everything that I use will be listed and linked below. The blush looks kind of dark though. Like, I don't feel like it's giving me too dark to me. I don't think I like it. I think it's too dark. Yeah, I think this blush, it's nice, but it's more of an everyday blush, right? That you don't want it to be too overstated. You just want it to blend in and just be like an everyday face. I like a little pop. So we're gonna have to try one of these other shades because this is not giving to me. It's not giving. That is very pretty. But I don't have a lip to match that, do I? Okay, we're gonna try this one, Wild Rose. I don't have any neon orange blushes. So it's so good. This is giving what Armani was supposed to give me. I love it. It's so pretty. And it's so pigmented that you only have to tap it. To get color payoff, you only have to tap it. Like, you don't have to go crazy with it. I'm gonna put a little bit more because, you know, that's who I am. Now, I don't think that these dry down. We're gonna see, because I don't know that this would be good. If you have dry skin, I think these would be perfect for the summer. But I think if you have oily textured skin like I do, you would definitely want to stick with this for winter, fall. Definitely not summer. But let's see if they dry down at all. I definitely like this shade better. I could not believe being outside for that little bit of time had my nose congested like this. I'm going to use this brush. This is the Nikki LaRose N14 and see what it does for my under eye. I feel like I had a little too much concealer under there. This kind of blends it out and gets rid of excess. I'm definitely loving the blush, the lighter shade, Wild Rose. I really like that. I think I'm going to match these up. This one looks like it has a little bit of luminosity in it, that orange. And I cannot find the powder that I want to use. That's weird, because I do have a Juvia's Place powder. I'm just going to set under my eyes. I'm going to use this powder, because this is my favorite. And we want our makeup to look good. I can't think of any black-owned pressed powder besides the Juvia's Place. And I don't know, I thought it was in my drawer. I think I have a shade like Katana or something like that. I know I have it, but I always like to set my under eyes with pressed powder before I go under it with any other kind of powder. I don't like to go in with just straight loose powder. I just don't like the way it looks. So guys, bear with me. This is not Juvia's Place. This is Natasha Denona. Shade N8 and N9. It's so weird because I know I have it. Thought I pulled everything out. I like this little brush. Okay, so I'm going to set my under eyes with this Juvia's Place I Am Silky. They're talc-free powders. I use them all the time on the channel. They actually have become one of my favorite powders. So I'm going to set my under eye. I just want to make sure that I got the creases out. We want it to be nice and smooth. I really love this powder. A lot of people said they didn't like it because it's too much coverage for them. Not for me. I love it. I was waiting for these to come to Ulta because I wanted to see what the darker shade of powder was. So I got to see it yesterday. And it wasn't that much different than the one that I have. I actually think it was a little more chalky than the shade that I have, which is the Cookie Dough shade. No, Warm Honey. This is Cookie Dough. The one I have is Warm Honey, and I think that one is called, oh my God, I can't remember. It's something. But I know that it didn't make me say, oh, I gotta get this. So I left it right there because it just wasn't giving me what I needed color-wise. The blushes, they do have a tackiness to them, and they do come off. So if you are thinking about getting them, they don't set down. So you definitely have to set them unless you like, you know, that sticky blush feel. I don't like that. So I always set my cream powders and my liquid powders. I don't like that wet face feel. Only because I have super textured oily skin, like I always say. And I don't want to make more oil, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want it to sit there and oil start it attract more oil. So I just like to set them. But I like the fact that you can see the colors. The shades are really, really pretty. And the eyes look good too. I'm going to definitely give you guys my thoughts on these new products. Yeah, I'll probably just give a quick rundown of certain things that stick out to me. Because, yeah, so this one is the cookie dough. And whatever the darker shade is, I will put it on the screen. I can't remember the name of it right now. So I'm just going to set lightly over this, and then I'm going to set the rest of my face because I still want to be able to see the shade. I love these powders, guys. From the first time I tried them, I was like, oh yes. It's so much better than the first powder that they had. So much better. I'm going to take my Natasha Denona powder and just go over the whole face with it. So I'm going to spray this Juvia's Place Ready Set Sealed setting spray. Okay, so I usually go between these two, the dark and the deep dark. A lot of times though, I will use the deep dark. So we're gonna see what works today. I feel like my face is still a little wet. Yeah, this Juvia's Place setting spray, I've said it plenty of times before, it takes a very long time to dry. So we're gonna go in with this bronzer and see if it shows up. If it does, then this is the one we're using. If it doesn't, then we're going to the darker one. I think I see it. I think it's giving something. I love these bronzers. Now, I hope they never change this formula because it's so good. It's so pigmented and they have shades for everybody. So it's really good. Love it. Yeah, it always depends on the shade of foundation that I have on, and then that determines like whether or not a bronzer will show up on my skin. So this one was kind of light, and the concealers are always kind of gray looking to me. That's why I don't wear these concealers, but I will wear them for a Juvia's Place video. I never like the shades of their concealer, so that is something that I would hope that they would change and make them more natural looking, because they look a little fake. The shades look a little fake to me, just like not a natural skin tone, if that makes sense. That bronzer is gorgeous. Oh, let me contour my nose. Nowadays, like, I don't want to leave home. If I have makeup on, I have to have a nose contour. I can't help it. I need it to be there. I need it to be seen. I've been binging on so much television lately, right? And the different shows that I've watched, everything is about a disaster happening in the world and the president and just the things that's going on. I was like, this is definitely a message of what's to come, because why is everybody's thought process the same when you watch these shows? I watched 0 Day with Robert De Niro. It was so good. If any of you guys saw it, let me know what you think about it. And I watched Paradise, which was so good. It's so good that the season didn't even end yet, and they have already given it the green light for a second season. So good. I'm gonna go in with dark. I'm gonna go in with dark deep to this purpley shade, and just really, I'm gonna go in and just contour a little bit over here. And I hope my face is not looking bloated, because I had salt. Well, I had a salad, but since I try to cut down on salad dressing, I always put a little seasoning in my salad. And sometimes some of those seasonings, even when they say it don't have no salt, it has salt in it. So yeah, that's the last thing that I need is salt, because it swells me right up. Okay, I am going to take this powder that's left on here and just go over it. I said I was going to use this one. It's so pretty. I have no idea. I have no idea what lip we're going to do. I'm going to use this. It's so pretty. This, I think this volume, what is this, volume 6 I want to say this came out last year. I don't think that this was one of the original shades, because I bought all of them. All of the ones that came out, when they had them, I bought them. And then I saw this one. I was like, I don't have that one. So I want to say they released this one last year. But it's so pretty. It definitely has a little luminosity in it. Do you see that? Let me swatch it so you can see. To me, I see like a little something. But it's such a pretty shade. I'm supposed to be doing a makeup look with no highlighter. And I have the luminizer. Is luminizer highlighter? It is a form of highlighter. I'm going to try to go without highlighter and see how I feel. I'm going to take the bronzer and go under my eyes with it. I don't think that's dark enough. I'm gonna go into the darker shade. I feel like the skin looks very luminous and it doesn't have any highlighter on it. I'm gonna put some lashes on, but the skin has a nice glow to it. Okay, let's find some lashes, guys, and see how we feel about our face after that. I don't know. We're gonna see. So far, we don't have any highlighter on. I'm gonna try to keep it that way because one of you guys dared me, like, let's see if you could do it. But I'm gonna try this pink liner. So you guys know I love the Maybelline lifter liners right now. This is called Center of Attention. So we're gonna put this on our lips and see how it works. Oh, okay. That's a bad sign already that it broke off the tip. All right, let's see. Now it's very smooth, very creamy going on. It's got a dry feel once it dries down. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna use this shade Lady. This is from Juvia's Place. Everything that I used is from Juvia's Place. Except for that one powder. What I'm gonna tell you is this liner is very drying on the lips. Very drying. And if you look at it, did it rub off? I'm not really. I love me some Juvia's Place lipsticks. Love them. So, to me, like, this liner doesn't sit down nicely on the lips. If you see how many times I went over it, it still looks patchy. Like, it doesn't look smooth at all. Yeah, the point broke off. Now, I don't know, is it coming up? I don't know, it turns at the bottom. Like it wanted to try to come up, but I don't think it's coming up. Yeah, see, look at how this just comes right off. It doesn't dry down. Look at that. It's not even staying on the lips. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother to open the other ones because I'm gonna take this back. I don't like this formula. We're gonna put some gloss on. This is the Juvia's Place gloss in the shade Tutti Frutti. It smells wonderful. Yeah, if you look at the top of my lip, you can see as many times as I put it on, it kept coming off. That's why I kept reapplying it. I'm gonna stick with Let me just comb my hair and I'll be back to go really quickly over not everything that we use, but the stuff that stood out to me. Everything else will be listed and linked below. Please guys, if you've tried any of these products, let me know in the comment section. If you're gonna try any of these products, let me know, and also give the video a thumbs up if you love a full face of any makeup. But this is Juvia's place. Okay guys, I'm back and this is our finished look with no highlighter. I think the makeup came out pretty good. I'm gonna go over quickly a lot of the things that we used. Probably not all of them, but everything that we use will be linked and listed below. So looking at the skin, I think the skin looks okay. They just look okay to me. My cheeks, they're not textured. I think it's the glow from the blushes that you can actually see like a little bit of texture, but you can definitely see the dewiness of the blush. And we have like 4 different shades of blush on our face. So I think the skin looks very luminous, very pretty. Yeah, very luminous, very pretty. Lifelike. I love a lifelike look. Now to me, the darker shade that I used, this shade right here, Very Berry, I don't love it. To me, like, it just gave me a really super made up look. I don't like cheeks that have this red kind of look to it. Not like this. Now when I'm editing, it may look different to me, but right now, I don't love it. I think the makeup kind of looks pretty, but you know my viewfinder is so small right now. I'm not on the big computer, so I can't really see, but I think everything looks really nice. So I may or may not keep this. I don't know, you know, by the time I see what's actually going on my face, but so far I think it looks nice. I actually like the formula of the blushes. They look good set down because they don't get matte. They still have a nice lifelike luminous look to the cheeks, so I really love that about them. And I also use this blush right here, blush palette volume 6 from Juvia's Place, which was like a peachy orange. And if you look at it close, I don't know if you can see it, it has some shimmer and luminosity in it, and that could be the reason why I feel like I see texture, but the skin actually looks pretty smooth, guys. So I like what we have going on the face, I think. The more I look at it, the more I kind of like it. This foundation is actually pretty nice. I don't know why I don't pick it up. Maybe I'll start using it, you know. I don't know why I don't pick it up, but it's definitely a nice foundation. And so is this luminizer. It's no different than the e.l.f. or the Charlotte Tilbury. They all do around the same thing. This didn't give a whole lot of luminosity, but it actually gave a nice amount of radiance to the skin along with this foundation. And both of them together were very nice. This is shade Kenya. This is shade 2. Like I said, everything will be linked and listed below. That's so that you guys, you can shop through the links. I get a little bit of commission, but it does help me keep the channel going. That's what we want. We want more content. So we need a little bit of coin to keep this channel going. Okay, so let me talk about some of the new products. These cream shadows, they're nice. They dry down. They probably are waterproof like they said. They blend it out very nicely, and it actually gives you some playtime to blend them out. I bought 4 shades. 3 of the shades I really liked. I liked everything except for the shade Sheba. Now, it's not that I didn't like Sheba. I just think that cream shadows are for a special kind of person. I'm not that person. I prefer powder shadows. That's just my preference. It doesn't have to be anybody else's. To me, I paid $48 for these 4 shades, when I can get a Juvia's Place palette with about 20 shades in it for $35 or $25. So I think it looks nice. I think the eyes came out really nice. This is a nice everyday. I'm running out the door and I want, this wasn't one and done. I used 4 shadows because I used the brown one, which is called Morocco on the lid. Then I used Jezebel, which is the darker one, that gave a bit of depth to the eyes, a little bit of smokiness. So I like that. Then the shade Egypt, which was the lighter shade that I put in the inner corner of the eye. Now I think that these are all very nice shades. The pigmentation is wonderful. It does exactly what it says they're gonna do. So it says that they are crease proof, which so far they haven't creased. Now I'm gonna film one more video and we're gonna see if they crease, but right now they have not creased, so that's wonderful. Sweat proof, I can't tell you because I'm sitting here, I'm not sweating. That's wonderful. They said they're long wearing. I would have to test these out doing a wear test. I'm gonna have these on for a couple of hours, probably till about 10 o'clock. Right now it's like 8:39, so I may have them on till 11. So it says long wearing matte finish, which they do have a matte finish, and intense color payoff. I think the color payoff was nice. To me, the shade Jezebel could have been a little bit darker, but maybe that's just what I'm seeing. I do have the studio lights around me. If you are a person that loves a good cream shadow stick, I think that you will love these, especially if you don't have dry skin. If you have dry skin, then you definitely need to moisturize, you know, use an eye cream before you put these on. They don't feel tight or anything, but I don't know how it would be on skin that's not moisturized because they do dry down. To me, this is not something that I would repurchase because I'm not a cream shadow stick person. Now, maybe if I see some of the other shades that they have and something woos me, but right now, the product is a nice product. If it lives up to the claims, it's wonderful. I'm just not this person. And these are easy to travel with. Like, you could take this and throw it in your makeup bag and you good. You can get a whole eye look. You see, I did get an eye look, and you can do a few different things with it. So I think it's a nice product. I think Juvia's Place did a really good job on the blushes and on the cream shadows. Now, I'm not happy with this lip liner, and I bought 3 of them. I'm not even going to waste my time opening up the other 2. I'm taking it back and getting my money because this didn't stay on the lip. It's a very creamy but putty-like formula, and it feels like when it dries, if you go over it again, it just comes off. Like the putty just dries and it just comes off. I'm not happy with this liner. I'm taking these back. Actually, I'm taking all 3 of them back. The shadow sticks I'm going to keep. The blushes I'm going to keep. I don't know if I'm going to keep all 4 shades because I have so many shades of Juvia's Place liquid blushes. When I say so many shades, this is not all of them. I have many more. I think like if they have 12, I probably have 8 of the shades. This is just some of them that I pulled out to do a look with. I didn't pull everything out, but I still have other oh, and here go another one still in the box. See, so I have a lot of Juvia's Place blushes. I don't necessarily need these blushes, but I do like the formula, and I love the pigmentation much more than I do the Huda Beauty blushes. I can't stand them. Other than that, guys, everything looks really, really good. The foundation seems to be pretty full coverage because it covered up my face. Like, my face really looks like I have makeup on, which it doesn't bother me. Like, it's fine. It looks like I'm going out somewhere. Oh, and the lip gloss was wonderful. This lip gloss right here, the Juvia's Place lip gloss, pink smoothie lip gloss in Tutti Frutti, and I think I have more than this shade because I bought them when they were on sale Christmas time, but it feels so good on the lips. The lips came out really nice once I added the old liner, which is in the shade Wine, and I put the lip gloss on, and I used the lipstick in the shade Lady. I don't like, I don't know what's going on with my lips today. Okay, so I think that this was one of the reasons why I didn't use this foundation. Certain foundations, I don't know if you guys know, they give like kind of cracking around your mouth. Every foundation that I use don't have this issue. This is giving me small marionette lines on the side right here. I don't like that. So that was probably the reason why I didn't use that foundation. I probably could mix it with something else and maybe I wouldn't have that issue, but I don't love those creases around my mouth, and I definitely set them with the powder. You guys know I love that Juvia's Place powder. I've been using it in so many of my videos. A lot of people don't like it. I love it, so I'm gonna definitely stand by it. I love the Juvia's Place Ready Set Sealed. I use this a lot over the summer. If you look at my videos from last summer, you'll see I wore this a lot. I think it came out like July, and I was wearing it a lot, and I wore it in hot weather, and it lasted. So that's everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed this full face of Juvia's Place. It's a little bit different because we didn't use a palette. We used cream shadow sticks, cream to powder shadow sticks, which are wonderful. I can't wait to see what the real description is on their site. Like I said, as of this morning when I was doing my research to find out about them, they did not have them on the site. So maybe by the time this video is out, they may have it on the site, because they don't have the liners on their site either, and they shouldn't even put the liners on their site. They need to reformulate them, because I'm not even going to try another lip liner from them. I hate to go to Ulta and return so much stuff, but I'm not going to waste my money. I don't have money to waste like that. I need it to be a product that I can use. And I have so many lip liners that I love right now from Maybelline that I paid $8 for, and they're wonderful. This is just not doing it for me. Now the lip looks nice, but I had to do a lot of work to get it here. And as far as their concealers, I wish that they would come out with some shades that are a little more warm tone. These are very cool, kind of ashy and gray looking. Maybe I got the wrong shades. And this concealer is on sale a lot, so they probably are reformulating it. They're probably going to come out with something else soon. But that's it, guys. I love you, my precious jewels. Thank you so much. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I love all of you guys. I appreciate the support, the kind words, the comments. Please keep chatting with me, guys. I love chatting with you guys. I love chatting with you guys. So I will see you in the next video. Let me know what you think of this makeup. Will you try any of these products? Have you tried any of these products? Are you a shadow stick person? Let me know down below in the comment section. And I'll link a video on the screen so you can see it. Maybe when I did the Juvia's Place foundation review, I'll put that one on the screen so you guys can watch it. See you in the next video. I love you. Thank you so much for supporting me.